What's up, everybody? That OBS crash just totally threw me off my game. I forgot the timer, so I don't know if it's been, I know it's been over 5 minutes, but anyways, welcome on in, everybody. Happy Monday. Little excitement there to start stream. I noticed that the audio wasn't working for my intro song, and then when I went into audio settings, nothing was there. And then OBS went blank on me, and I'm like, oh crap, is this how we're gonna start a Monday stream? But Bone Loose was actually first in chat at 7:40 a.m. Welcome in, Bone Loose. Good to have you. Let's see here. Hyprix was also here right before the crash. Hyprix was in here. Super Typhon, good morning to you, my friend. Ace of Twigs came in on that amazing Forder Learn to Fly raid Saturday. Welcome back, Ace of Twigs. Good to see you again. Viper, what's up, DC Viper? How are you doing? And Radhole is also here, another flight sim streamer. Radhole, good friend of the community here. Welcome in, Radhole. Skipper Jeff, the awesome developer, WB Sim of the 172X near study level mod for the 172. Today we're not going to be flying the 172. We're going to be flying the KitFox today, and I hope you'll understand why soon. Aer Lingus, welcome back, my friend. Good to see you also, Aer Lingus, a new follower of the channel as well. Good to see you. Radhole, good to see you. Bone Loose. I know, right? What a mouthful. It definitely was a mouthful. Gare Bear, welcome on in. Good to see you. Oh, Ace of Twigs is also a soundboard master. Nice. Ace of Twigs, what do you do? Like what do you do that professionally or what's up? Talk to me about soundboards. I run a soundboard also. That's why I'm asking. I don't know that much about it, but I do run one. Let's see. Fire Sandy is here. Welcome on in, Fire Sandy. Good to see you as well. You know what, Hyprix? I think we probably will. Hyprix. Not that Mackenzie, dude, where have you been? So good to see you. Thank you for the door knock troll. Wow. Long time no see. I was seriously concerned about you, my friend. So very good to see you. Very good to see you again. Welcome back. So yes, there will be plenty of opportunity for some bush landings. And I'm just going to see how time goes. This should be a rather short flight plan. If it ends up that it's going to be a short flight plan, then yes, we'll take some time and just play around. But other than that, we should be good. You're actually not a master. You just like to play songs that Forder has, like Epsi. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Like that. Airline flight? No airline flights. Mackenzie, it is so good to see you. I was wondering, I thought maybe something happened to you, but it's really nice to see you. Welcome back, my friend. Airline flight, I have done one airline flight, Aer Lingus. About 2 months ago, I flew the PMDG 737, and I really enjoyed it, but I love general aviation. Oh, yes, Skipper Jeff, I did look at Gamma. I did look into Gamma. I have not played around with it yet. I played around with it some on my work PC. The Boss Baby, thank you so much for the follow. I've played around with it on my work PC, but I have not played around with it on this PC. So no, it'll look the same. In fact, let's go ahead and switch to the PC scene. And again, today we're going to be flying the KitFox. There we go. Just to do something a little bit different today. I normally fly the Cessna 172 with the WB Sim 172X near study level mod, but today I thought I'd do something today and tomorrow, doing something a little bit different, a little bit slower and lower in the KitFox. Oh, the Sea Ray Elite Amphibian. Really nice. Okay, I'll check that out. Oh, Ace of Twigs. We are on US East. I kind of switch that around sometimes depending on how things look. But yeah, we're on US East today. Let me show you the plan for today, actually. So our plan, we're going to take off from where we landed on Friday. Over, this is PAAK Island in the Aleutian Islands. What we've been doing, I've been doing this thing that, thank you to TomosWorld for giving me this idea. It's called the Connections Tour. We started in Vietnam, and we've been flying all the islands up here on the Pacific Rim, making our way to Alaska. So why is it called the Connections Tour? Because we're connecting Asia to North America. Started in Vietnam, we're going to make our way to Alaska. Today, we're going to be in the Aleutian Islands again, tomorrow as well. And basically, these are all just volcanic islands for the most part. So we're going to fly over some open water, over some volcanoes. We're going to do a little funky thing here. And then we'll end up right here at PAKO, PAKO. The life of Aaron, what's going on? How are you doing? Welcome back in, my friend. Good to see you again. Cajun Blade, welcome in. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Need to reactivate your 145. Really? Wonder why you had to reactivate it. Oh, probably because of the update. There was an update to it earlier last week or 2 weeks ago, maybe. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get my plane started up. No starting sequence. I don't have a checklist for this plane, so I'm gonna do what I normally do in this plane and just do it, right? You'll see some wicked volcanoes, dude. There's one tomorrow. How fast does the KitFox cruise? This one cruises at 87 knots, so it's kind of slow. There are versions of it that cruise faster. I picked the slowest version there is. You're welcome, Ace of Twigs. Yeah, there's one volcano tomorrow that's absolutely crazy. Control E. Yeah, I never do Control E, Skipper Jeff. I do, I mean, I don't always follow a checklist, but I do. There we go. I do like to do things semi-properly. Let me just say that. Oh, you know what? Got to turn fuel on. There we go. Fuel on. Now let's go. After the 172, after the Cessna 172, the KitFox has to be my absolute favorite. I really, really love the Cessna 172, but I really, really, really love the KitFox as well. Your in-game setting reset after installing and oh, gotcha. Oh, you're busy at work? No problem, Cajun Blade. Yeah, fire it up. Oh, I love the starter key too. And I learned the hard lesson not to leave it in the start position. But yeah, I love it, Viper. This has been one of my favorite investments right here. All right, let's get a pushback. So if anyone would like to fly, you always have an open invitation. I know I said that a lot Saturday. A lot of you guys are new from the raid that Forder raided me Saturday, but everyone is always welcome to fly along with me. Fly what you want to and fly how you want to. So whatever aircraft you want to fly it. And no rules, just flight. Okay, so fly what you want to, fly how you want to. We're on US East server. This is the airport we're at right now. Feel free to jump on in and fly along with us. Thank you, Sandy. Let's see here. You keep meaning to look for a 4-position rotary switch with a momentary position. Yeah, it's really unfortunate they didn't make this a momentary position switch, but I mean, it is what it is. I really have no complaints about this. Rat hole, what is happening, man? How are you doing? No rules, just fight. Exactly. I need to do some shout outs really quick because one thing that there's a couple things I really pride myself on as a streamer, and that is I focus a lot on chat, and I also love supporting other streamers. So I'm fixing to do a bunch of shout outs. One is Bone Loose. I spent some time in Bone Loose's channel yesterday, I think it was. And if I fail to shout you out and you are a streamer, please let me know that you're a streamer so I can shout you out also. I don't mean to leave anyone out on purpose, so just let me know if you're a streamer and I forgot to shout you out. Sosha, how are you? Welcome in again. Good to see you, my friend. So we've already got several people loaded in. I see there's Ace, WT Air, Whiskey Tango Air, Fire Sandy. And oh, there's I was gonna say I know there's a couple more people in here. We're just not they're too close to see. Let's taxi, y'all. You have one big question. Ask me. Oh man, it was really nice being there as well. Oh, shoot. It was really nice being there as well. I really, when I say I enjoy supporting other streamers, I really do enjoy other people's channels. Dave Rendon, what is up, dude? Okay, Dave. Yeah, thank you, man. I didn't realize you had texted me. How are you, my dude? So Dave Rendon is a good friend of mine in real life. And on stream, an awesome streamer, great guy. Y'all go follow Dave Rendon. Please go follow Dave. Dave is a survivor of just an awesome guy. Go follow Dave, and a pilot in real life also. I know, right, Mackenzie? It really doesn't. Can I land in the Czech Republic? One day, Sosha. One day I will. But I like to stick with the plans that I'm already doing. So I'm already doing this connection store, so I'm gonna stick with it. I'm sorry, but yes, one day. Oh, I see Cappy Stick is in the air also. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take off. Let me jump into the plane. Oh shoot, sorry, Whisker. Sorry about that. I almost hit you. There we go. I forgot to do my controls check, and my yoke was hitting my mic. I didn't want to tear my mic up, but yeah. Sorry about the lack of controls check there. Hey, what's up, Harris Saragon? How are you doing? Good to see you. All right, Super Typhon with the socks command. So my socks of the day. On the right foot, I've got my aircraft socks, courtesy of DC Viper. DC Viper. Why can I not say that today? DC Viper sent me 3 pairs of socks a while back, and this is one of them. Airliner socks on the right foot and palm trees on the left foot. Palm trees on the left, airliner socks on the right. Those are my socks of the day. Thank you, Viper, for that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and change to a heading of 103 degrees. 103 degrees is where we'll be heading. Making our way to the first island of the day. Dave Rendon, how are you doing, my friend? A little late? No problem, Saragon. Thank you for the birthday wishes. You were sent to somewhere over China. You got to reload. What? How did that even happen? No worries, Bone Loose. Actually, you know what? We can actually follow this. We can follow the land all the way to the next island and just hop over a little bit of water. You bought the flight simulator on Steam. Couldn't figure out how to install it. You'll send you a... Oh yeah, no problem at all. Cajun Blade, please do. The fireworks mod is amazing. I know, right? I know, Super Typhon. I always try to do a sock that's related to wherever we're flying, and I realized just then when I was showing it that there are no palm trees here in Alaska. So sorry, I always try to do a themed sock. Yeah. I did a birthday celebration stream Saturday, Socha. But my actual birthday was last Thursday. This past Thursday, July 21st, it was my actual birthday. Oh, okay, Dave. I'm sorry. What? Holy crap. Dude, what? What? Animal Doc, I've got to tell y'all about my buddy Dave Rendon. Holy crap. This dude is super freaking man. Dave Rendon is Superman. Let me tell you about Dave in just a minute. What's up, Animal Doc? How are you doing? Welcome in. Thank you, Animal Doc, for the belated birthday wishes. I appreciate that. You love the skin? Thank you, Zero. I appreciate that. Thank you for the first time chat. So most of my liveries that are custom made will have socks on them also that are mismatched. So that's my thing. I always wear crazy mismatched socks, and the socks on my plane are also mismatched. Okay, let me talk a minute about Dave Rendon. Dave Rendon, I didn't know Dave when Dave had cancer. But Dave, I hope, well, I guess it's too late now to ask if it's okay if I say that. North Lodge, thank you for the resub. North Lodge, thank you so much for the resub. I appreciate that. 3 months in a row, heck yeah. So Dave, before I knew Dave had cancer. Dave survived. I don't know what kind or anything like that, but he got through it. December or January of last year. Zero Tadpole, thank you for the follow. Mismatched wheel fairies. Oh, dude, that would be so hilarious, Super Typhon. That would be hilarious. So, Dave, December or January of last year, I was talking to him on the phone and he sounded horrible. He could hardly breathe. He was coughing, and just talking to him sounded horrendous. And I told him, Dave, please go to the hospital. Don't screw around with this. It could be COVID. It turned out he had COVID. It turned out that he had COVID. Oh, thank you, Game Playboy. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you for the alert. Game Playboy is another streamer friend of the community here. And let's see here. Let me give a shout out to Game Playboy. I thought I had you on my automatic shout outs. There we go. Shout out for Game Playboy. So Dave spent almost a month in the hospital. Dave spent almost a month in the hospital, was on death's door. I mean, and I'm telling y'all, he was on death's door. Or maybe, anyways, he survived. The doctor told him, he was a pilot. The doctor told him it would be at least a year before he could fly again. The dude has already flown solos in the Cessna. He sent me video. It's on YouTube. But he just texted me. He just got his twin engine rating. What? What the heck, man? That's awesome. Less than a year. The doctor said he would not be able to fly for a year. Less than a year, he's already flying and got his twin engine rating. Dave Rendon, you are absolute Superman, dude. Sorry, I was talking about Dave, not really focusing on chat. Dave is a good friend of mine. That is freaking awesome, man. You have made my day, Dave. Skipper Jeff, a 5-way spring-loaded starter switch replacement costs almost 50% of the original control. Wow. Dave, I am so proud of you, man. The community folder is actually really easy to find with the Steam version. Really easy to find. I'll have to look and tell you where it's at though, because I don't know off the top of my head. I just know when I found it, I'm like, there's no way that this is the community folder, but it is. Really easy to find. And I may change weather. Let's see what the weather's looking like over here. Okay, I'm gonna let the weather load in just a minute. Oh, it looks like it's just overcast, so no worries. I'm gonna stay on live weather for now. I think I'm on live time and live weather now. Yeah, Dave Rendon is an absolute, like, I mean, seriously. Dave is Superman. Superhero. He's my hero anyways. So we got Fire Sandy, we got Cappy Stick. Who's down there flying with Cappy Stick? Rathole and Cappy Stick are down there. Then we got Muad. Holy crap, got a bunch of people. Crunch, Bone Loose, Aaron, WT Air, and oh, sorry. I know I can't remember your name. Ace of Twigs. It'll take me a little while to remember all our new friends, but I'm so thankful for the raid of Porter Learn to Fly, and also Any Adventure Goes on Saturday streams. Made so many new friends. Oh, there we go. Thank you for that. Oh, no problem, Sosha. Oh yeah, Zero. You're always welcome to fly along. The closest airport is going to be right here, PAAK. So feel free to jump in and fly along. Everyone's welcome. Oh, nice. Zero, that's amazing that just out of coincidence someone would do that for you. Very freaking cool. Yeah, feel free to jump in and fly. Everyone's welcome. Fly what you want to and fly how you want to. You've done 10 hours already? Nice. See, I tell everyone it's an addiction, and you just got it and you're already flying 10 hours. You're addicted. And Dave, I love how you had that mindset. Yes, Google is your friend for sure, Skipper Jeff. This one isn't, Sosha. This is my second favorite. So this is not the Cessna 172 that I normally fly. This is actually called a KitFox. I do enjoy the KitFox a lot. I enjoy this plane a lot, but I normally fly the Cessna 172. So y'all, we have plenty of time today. We should have plenty of time anyways. I'm gonna fly, you know, just kind of have some fun, right? That's what bush flying's all about, just having fun. Oh, you flew VR after my flight? Wait a minute. I'm missing things. You flew, oh, nice. Dude, I would love to fly VR sometime. Yeah, I think you need to come up with some goals of where to fly. Yeah, Zero, it's okay. You probably already done what most people do. Most people start and fly around their own home or their job or somewhere like that. So my next thing that I did after that was I flew my favorite vacation spot. So just have fun, fly to places that you want to go, but you may never have the ability to go to. That's what's so beautiful about this, is you can visit places that you would never be able to see in real life, or you may never be able to see. Hey, Fire Sandy, welcome in. Yeah, everyone flies over the house on the first day. Everybody. It was a very early flight in your career. I am almost at 500, Ace. I'm very close to 500. Not there yet, though. So we're flying the Aleutian Islands today. Between today and tomorrow, we should see some really beautiful places. Swan! 18 months. What? That's a year and a half. 18 months is a year and a half. Wow. Swan, thank you so much for the resub. Swan, E-Pro enthusiast. I know her as Swan. We are also friends away from here. She's a longtime member of the community. We follow each other over on Instagram. I really enjoy following her on Instagram, checking out their camping adventures. Good to see you, Swan. How are you and your husband doing? How's the family? I almost feel like we're skiing with these snowy slopes. It feels like we're skiing. Sorry, I'm a little stuffy this morning too. You've read about people doing around the world challenges and need something smaller than that to start off with. Oh yeah. So what I did, I almost crashed. What I did was I did a coast to coast United States tour. And then I did my Between Two Oceans and now the Connections tour. What server? Zero Tadpole. We are on US East. US East server. Swan, how are you doing? Have y'all Terry went back to work today? Oh, nice. You're recovering from a cat bite? Hopefully not rabid though. Was it your cat, Swan? And I actually had the absolute privilege of meeting Dave Rendon in person. It was not the best of circumstances. Dave's sister-in-law passed away about a month ago, and she lived about an hour away from where I live. So he and his family drove up, and I got to spend some time with him and his family and his in-laws. It was really nice spending time with them, but like I said, it was just really unfortunate circumstances. But I look forward to the day when we can get back together again, Dave, at more happier times and just have fun, just hang out. Your daughter's taking care of her while they were on vacation. She was mad they were going. Oh yeah. Same thing happened to my daughter, Swan. They've got 5 cats, and she had someone keeping their cats, and a couple of the cats actually didn't really attack her, but they scratched her. And Swan, I think you were the first person that bought any of my merch also. That you're flying again, weather permitting, you'll fly up and pick up for a flight and lunch or dinner. Oh, dude, that would be awesome, Dave. I prefer dogs as well, Swan. Sorry for you cat people. I've always been a dog guy. After we cover this, you're considering buying the game Strays. What is that, Cappy Stick? What is Strays? I haven't heard of that. Oh yeah, once things cool off. Yeah. Too hot for a sweatshirt now, Swan. Oh, it's a cat simulator? Strays is a cat simulator? Oh, wow. Okay. Sorry, Cappy Stick. Like I said, I mean, we're all different. Some people like dogs, some like cats. I'm just a dog guy. What is Scruffy? Hope all is well. Super excited your high-end PC is arriving this week. Nice. Oh, awesome. Sim Race Fly. I am excited for you. I'm excited for you. I know one day I'll have to replace this one. I hope it's going to be way in the future, but I know one day, and when I do, it's going to be a killer PC. But for now, this one does a fantastic job for what it is right now. I have not seen or heard of Strays. It's not a simulator. Okay. So what is Strays about? I mean, I know it's about cat. Beelzy, what's up, Beelzy? How are you doing? Beelzy on Twitch is a good friend of the community, another long-term member of the community. Beelzy has left Twitch, streaming on Twitch anyways, and is over on Trovo, the streaming platform Trovo. He and the Westinator, two good long-term friends and members of the community here, decided to make their way to Trovo, and they're killing it over on Trovo. Good deal, man. I'm glad you're doing good. Strays game you can play as a cat, talk to robots, and do tasks to try to get back to the human world. Oh, I'll have to check that out. I have not seen that. I'll have to check it. Spider Steve, welcome back in. How are you, my friend? Beelzy, please post the link to your channel. Beelzy is a variety streamer. One of these days, I'm going to fly over to the UK and force Beelzy. I'll buy Microsoft Flight Simulator for you and force you to play it. That'd make a heck of a movie, wouldn't it? Some kind of a thriller where some stranger from another country comes over and forces you to play a game that... What a plot line, right? Got your hands on an i7 12700. What? Overclocked to 5.1 gigs with an RTX 3080. Wow, dude. That is a killer machine right there. Nice. Besides the 145, I've got the 135, and I think that's it. Oh, John Pookie's been playing it. I'll have to check out. Okay, thank you. I'll have to check that out. Makes Beelzy an offer he can't refuse. You love dogs, but you don't have enough time to devote to them, so you have a cat that'll... yeah, I understand that. Like I said, I don't have anything against cats. I'm just a dog guy. You call him John Spooky? I can get that. You know, there's some names that are just like that. There we go. Thank you, Beelzy. So Beelzy just posted a link to his Trovo channel. Y'all go check out Beelzy. I want to say, Spider Steve, I do have another one of the freeware helis. But I don't know. I don't fly helis. So, I mean, I may have some that I'm not aware of that I got just on a whim. You know, I usually fly the 172 in the KitFox. That's pretty much it for the most part. So we got Muad. Muad has jumped in. Welcome in, Muad. Ace, Cappy Stick, Crunch, Fire Sandy, Aaron the Stig, Whiskey Tango Air, Hyprix, Bone Loose, Rat Hole. Rat Hole has jumped in. Welcome in, Rat Hole. Rat Hole, is that the Bush version of the 170? You're kind of a heli nut? No problem at all. You're welcome to jump in and fly your heli with me. Flights with Joel, a good member of the community also, and an amazing streamer. He flies a lot of helis. And he actually did a series on how to fly helicopters in Microsoft Flight Sim. And that video is on Twitch, is on YouTube. The series of videos is on YouTube. It is. Oh, nice. Yes. Yeah. When they finally come out, I will have some. Have I tried the Piper Air 28 Warrior? I did the Warrior 3, I think it is. Ace. I flew it on stream a couple Friday nights ago, but I think it was the Warrior 3. Is there such a thing as the Piper Aero 28 Warrior 3? Some like pit bulls, but men with steel like cats, right? Yeah, you fly with Joel all the time. Joel's awesome. Joel's a great guy. He really should be a bigger streamer than what he is. I mean, I think he's I guess the proper term would be underappreciated. I don't think people appreciate what Joel brings to the flying community. Joel's an awesome guy. Very friendly, very educational. Oh, you're training in the Warrior too? Nice. So you're actually going for your PPL? Happy birthday. Oh, no problem, Swan. Thank you so much. And morning, Muad. You were sick. No problem, Swan. It was an amazing day. I mean, the support, it was just awesome. It was awesome. Oh, tight backhand. Yep. Sorry about that. There's a lot of underrated streamers. There really are super tight fun. Tight backhand. What's happening, my friend? Good to see you. Tight backhand is another bush flyer. And yeah, I decided to fly the KitFox today and tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Sim Race Fly. I appreciate that. Nice. Ace of Twig. How many hours do you have in? And thank you, Sim. I appreciate that. Dude, I've had massive growth in this year has been just a incredible year for my channel. It's been awesome. Grumpy Gordo, what is happening? How are you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Death Crow, welcome back in. Good to see you also. Welcome back in. Nice to see you. Everyone's welcome to jump in and fly. I am flying the Parallel 42 KitFox today. I'm flying the low and slow version. Gonna lurk when you play Pokemon? Oh, thank you so much for lurking, Swan. I appreciate you.
Hello.
Viper's got 75 tenths of an hour. Thank you for the lurk. I've got 6 tenths of an hour. I'm doing amazing. I'm doing amazingly well. Thank you very much for asking. So the version of the KitFox I'm in today, the cruise speed is 87 knots. I did that on purpose because our flight plan today is a little bit shorter than most of them have been. And that's why I switched to the KitFox. So we could enjoy some more time together. Y'all pay close attention to my streaming schedule starting next week. I am going to have to totally change my streaming schedule. My plan is today and tomorrow to work a new schedule out. I've already been looking to see what I was doing last year at this time, but unfortunately, in August of last year, I only streamed 3 days in August of last year. And then September, I started ramping them back up. So I've got to figure out what days I can stream and what times, because my work schedule's changing. You're waking up, currently have a construction crew 10 feet out your window. Oh no, what? Dang, making a bunch of noise. Yeah, Viper's a really good streamer too. Viper's another underrated streamer. I really enjoy Viper streams. MC Pinks, what's happening, my friend? How are you doing? Viper is a great guy. Y'all go follow DC Viper. Just click on his name. He got a shout out earlier, and I don't want to give a shout out while I'm climbing this mountain because I'm going to crash. So go follow DC Viper. Oh, almost crashed anyways. I think I broke my landing gear. I bounced my wheels anyways. I landed it. Oh, that wasn't a bad landing. I didn't break anything. What'd you say? I missed your comment, Viper. Let's see what you said. Is it appropriately appropriately rated? I doubt it. I doubt it. So Ace, I think I missed how many hours. You may not have posted it yet, but how many hours do you have in flying? Oh, dude, fiber is such a huge upgrade. You're gonna love fiber. I did a bounce and go. Yeah, I did for sure. You're doing well. Super addicted to an art program. Nice, MC Pinks. Hey, and that's, you know, it's really cool once you find something that you really, really enjoy, like me with Flight Sim. It's just such an amazing, I don't know. It's hard to describe when you really find what you truly, truly love. And that's me with Flight Sim. I love it. Yeah, saving $200. I'm saving money and got a way better connection as well. Need to head back to work. Been here 45 minutes, haven't done anything yet. Hey, I understand that. Same for me, Tight Back End, a lot of days. But thank you for being here. Appreciate you, Tight Back End. Take care of yourself. So our fiber supplier, they only have 1 gig, so I've got 1 gig up and down. 1 gig up and down, and the 1 gig up is phenomenal for someone like myself who does a lot of video stuff. So as quickly as I can download something, I can also upload video content, and it's really awesome. Only 1 gig, right, McKazy? 1 gig was just a life changer for me. Not a life changer, a life changer. Why would 1 gig of internet change my life? Although it did. It's a game changer, is what I meant to say. Disco Stew is in. Welcome in, Disco Stew. Y'all, I counted 33 planes. Actually 34. I missed one of them, but I counted 34 planes flying along at one point during Saturday's stream. It was amazing. Oh, look at this valley. Very cool right there. That was awesome. What's up, Disco Stu? Good to see you. Oh, they offer 5 gig for businesses? That's crazy. No, Super Typhon, there is an update now. There's an update and it's been fixed.
Nervous?
The sound bug is gone.
Yes.
Oh, that's okay, Bichelli. Welcome in, dude. How are you doing?
No, I've been nervous lots of times.
So the sound bug with certain Carenado planes, when you're inside the cockpit of a plane that's not the Carenado, you can actually hear what sounded like a generator, like a gas generator, just a very irritating noise that would override every other noise. You couldn't even hear your own plane. But that has been fixed with there was a little patch that came through last week, I think. And myself and Sergeant Staff have tested it out a couple times, and it's totally fixed. Oh, Animal Doc, you gotta go. Animal Doc, thank you so much for being here. Y'all, go follow Animal Doc. Animal Doc is another Flight Sim streamer. He streams Flight Sim and Phasmophobia. I tease Animal Doc that one day we need to do a Phasmophobia stream in an airliner, like have a scary airliner stream. But thank you, Airlock Doc, for being. I mean, not Airlock Doc. Animal Doc for being here. Always good to see you, my friend. This is the KitFox. Yes, it is. The KiteFox. What's up, staff? How are you doing? Welcome back in. I am in the KiteFox. Yes, I am. Deucerfu? I don't know how in the world to say your name. Welcome in, though. Thank you for the first time chat. And please jump in and fly with us. The closest airport, it's a good little ways away, but this is the closest airport to us. We're flying the Aleutian Islands. There's not a whole lot of airports out here in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, please do, Doser. Doser food. Dozer food. There we go. Thank you. Animal Doc, take care of yourself. It's like Kung Fu bit with a bulldozer. Yes. There you go. All right. I'm gonna do a landing right here on this because hey, we're in a KitFox, right? So I need to do some bush landings today. So there's a nice clear area right here. Let's see if I can do this without flipping. I think I'm going too fast. But I don't have to think. I am going too fast. And this is actually a slope. I do not want to land on a slope. I want to land on top of the slope. Wow, that didn't work out. That did not work out as intended.
Passengers, I think we're gonna crash.
That was rough. Thank you for that. 10 out of 10 landing. Exactly. Good thing I had the 5-point harness. Exactly. Oh, good Lord. All right, let me turn. Sorry about that. Teeth are heavy. You were changing time on the weather tab and everything went dark and the wind was at max. It could go. Oh no, you crashed and burned. Dang. That's okay, Ace of Twigs. I just tried to do a bush landing and crashed and burned. So I did a flip. So my plane was doing some gymnastics and it got rated a 10 out of 10 though. 10 out of 10 on the flip. Yeah, the issue is you got to remember to pull back on the yoke. And that keeps the elevator turned up, which keeps your tail on the ground. Unfortunately, I was just coming in way too fast. And then I let off the yoke and that caused me to flip forward. There's a nice area to land right there is where Crunch is going. That's where I should have tried to land. Yeah, Death Crow, that's the key though, is just to keep the yoke back to keep your elevator up. And that pushes down on the back end. But yeah, Crunch is doing exactly what you should do. And that's pick a flat area. Not try to land on the apex of a hill. Good job, Crunch. It is, Viper, it is. All right, so now just a short hop across the ocean here. You can already see the next island. It's got a couple well-defined volcanoes on them, so we'll go check them out. Sunday had a decent landing, but you had a crosswind for the first time and was flying sideways for half your flight. Wow. What plane were you flying, Death Grove, for that? You can always fly over to check the area before landing. Yeah, Mackenzie, that's totally what I should have done. No doubt. That'd be a great simmer name. Pick a flat spot. It would be. Ori, welcome in. How are you doing? Good to see you. Oh, can do's motto? Yeah. The 170B, gotcha. Fire Sandy, hello again. You should do some bush landings in the water. Doing well? Glad to hear you're doing well. This would be a cool place to do a bush landing, stole landing, but I am not the best. In case anyone was wondering, I'm just gonna throw this out here. I know you're gonna be surprised, totally shocked, that I'm not the best stole takeoff and landing person in the world. I know that's gonna shock a lot of you guys, but I'm not the best. Welcome in, RSNN. How are you doing, my friend? I couldn't land there anyways, it's too bushy. No, I think, you know what? I think I could have stuck it there. Imagine crashing in a spot like this in real life. I know, right? You'd be totally stuck. RSNN, how are you doing? RSNN is another flight sim streamer, good friend of the community, unsubbed, good friend of the community, and of course a flight simmer with a name like that. Time of day, I'm actually on live. I'm on live time, and I'm on live weather, I think. Yeah. Oh no, I'm not on live time. I am so sorry. Wait a minute. Oh gosh, now I'm gonna crash. Let's go with 8:36 a.m. You're welcome for that. Yeah, sorry about that. It's totally nighttime there. I forgot I did change the time earlier. My apologies. Arrival airport is actually going to be the last airport, and it will be PAKO, Papa Alpha Kilo Oscar. Rat Hole, thank you for the alert. I'll type it in chat. PAKO. That is the final destination airport of the day. There's no other airports that I could find in between. Captain Seppi, welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. Captain Seppi, a new friend of the community, also a pilot in real life and a fellow streamer. Good to see you. I appreciate you, Captain Seppi. Thank you for coming in and saying hello. Let me give Seppi a shout out. Pete Sim, welcome in also, my friend. Good to see you as well. There's a shout out for Captain Seppi. Y'all go give Seppi a shout out. He's been super busy in real life. Hasn't been able to stream lately, but when he comes back to it, he's got an amazing flight sim setup and a great guy also. Doser, the next waypoint. Let me show you what the next waypoint is. So our flight plan is kind of just haphazard today. So here I am right here. This is the next island. So we'll fly from there to this little cluster of islands. Basically, we're just island hopping until we get over to PAKO. Sorry, I was looking at little nav map, not paying attention to where I was flying. You're very welcome for the shout out, man. I appreciate it. That's one thing I love to do is to support other streamers. And dude, you are an amazing streamer, and I'm glad I can give you a shout out. Let's see here. Disco Stu, I saw you said something. Hey, Scruff, tried your first voice departure on VATSIM out of Winnipeg on the weekend right after you took off another plane and announced an emergency. You got to respond to instructions, totally out of the ordinary. Nice, man. I'm glad it was successful, though. That's awesome, Disco Stu, and I love that you're progressing in VATSIM. I'm not gonna continue pursuing VATSIM for now. just because I'm gonna start being really busy with. First of all, I need to come up with a new streaming schedule, and then second of all, with this Battle of Britain Spitfire flight that I'm wanting to do a special series after we're through with this tour. I'm spending a lot of time with those flight plans and the historical stuff behind them. But yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to being on that sim. It's just the I've done one VAT sim flight, not on stream, but I did it off stream. And yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to learning VAT sim at all. There's only 28 hours in a day, right? So maybe one day, just like, you know, a lot of people ask me about airliners, and I say maybe one day we'll I'll do more with VAT sim than what I have. But go to Boston ARTCC and join the Wings program. Free program teaches you from the ground up, VFR and IFR. Nice. I have been told about that before, and I want to say I have joined it, but I will readdress that, Captain Seppi. Thank you. Yeah, I've not flown the Phoenix, but I do have the 737, the PMDG 737, and it's really nice. Excuse me. Oh, thank you for that link, Captain Seppi. Cool, I appreciate that. I will check that out. Wings is like an AA meeting. It's not enough to sign up. You actually have to go. Yeah, thank you for posting that link. So flying along today, we got Cappy Stick, Fire Sandy, Ace. Someone just disappeared, and I don't remember who it was. I was about to say their name, and it left me. Spider, King Cobra is in. Welcome on in, King Cobra. Whiskey Tango Air, Bone Loose, Crunch, Disco Stew, Muad, Frick Brick, and Hyprix. Wow, a big group flight again today on a Monday morning. Hey, Replica, what's happening? How are you doing? Yeah, Wings was a 90 sitcom. It really was. Replica Gaming, how are you doing, my friend? Hope you had a good weekend. Let me give Replica Gaming a shout out. I thought Replica had an automatic shout out. There we go. There's a shout out for Replica. Very hot weekend, still tired. It was a hot weekend here as well. Thankfully, I didn't do anything outside. So this island is an island of volcanoes, which most islands out here in the middle of the Pacific are volcanic islands. This one looks like on Little Nav Map, it's got at least 3 very well-defined volcanoes on it. Touch and go on the ice? Yeah, we can do that. 100 degrees at the racetrack? Holy crap, man. Oh yeah, everyone has their mowers out this morning cutting grass. Wait a minute, what happened to oh. I just realized my avionics weren't working. I was wondering what was up with that. No, it's not that I forgot to turn the alternator on, but somehow, and I don't know how, I had left it in the start position. I'm pretty sure I rotated it back, but I guess I must have bumped it or something and put it back in the, yeah. I guess I bumped it back into the start position. I can say that I have never forgot to turn the alternator on. I did turn it on. I did turn it off on purpose. It is hard to see the ice. Yeah, it is. Yeah, let me try an ice landing really quick. Dozer made it in. Welcome in, Dozer. Just trying to find a nice flat spot. There we go. You did it and crashed? I wonder if the ice is solid here. We're gonna find out if the ice is solid or not. It is solid. Okay, thank you, Spider Steve. Oh yeah, Death Crow, we do still have ways to go. It's about it's like a 2 hour and 20-minute flight plan, and that's why I'm kind of dragging it out a little bit, doing some other stuff just to spend more time with you guys. Well, it was a rough landing, but I did it. Yay, I did it. Oh, it's your first time group flying? Nice. Well, welcome to the group flight, my friend. I love group flights. I love group flights. Unfortunately, I don't get a lot of time to spend in other people's channels group flying, but I do enjoy group flights. It's awesome. 4 feet thick. Heck yeah, I did pretty good. I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of that. You forgot to turn on the APU, so when you push track from the gate, all panels went. Oh no, dang, Disco Stu. Hey, Zero finally made it in. Also, welcome in. Thank you, Mackenzie. I'll say that was a pretty successful. I was pretty successful at that. I'm pretty happy with that one. So anyone that would like to fly, holy crap. I am just in awe of the people flying along. Anyone that would like to fly along, you're always welcome to fly along anytime, whether or not I'm streaming. Even if I'm just in Microsoft Flight Sim and you see me flying, feel free to just jump in and fly along with me. And as always, fly what you want to and fly how you want to. My slogan is no rules, just flight. It really is addictive, Sergeant Staff. It's a lot of fun. Speaking of, you might join, need to turn the AC on and wake up a little more. Hey, dude, I totally understand that. Totally understand. 4 foot thick ice. Gare Bear, no worries, my friend. That's exactly what I'll be doing once I wrap stream up. I'll be heading to work. This is finals week for us. Students will be doing final exams every day. I teach on Monday and Tuesday nights, but that all changes starting next week. We have 3 weeks without students, which means I have to work from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And that's why I've got to change my work schedule, my streaming schedule, because even after the break, my teaching schedule changes too. I only teach during the day for the first 8 weeks, and then the second 8 weeks I teach I teach 2 nights, so it's totally whack. You hurt your shoulder, you're unsure if you, oh no, what happened? How'd you hurt your shoulder? Hey, Fire Sandy, I see you in there. I see you flying along. What time is it for me, Ace? It is 9:10 a.m. I'm in South Carolina. I'm in the United States in South Carolina. I'm about to stall right as I crest the mountain. That was perfectly timed. Exactly what I was wanting to do. Oh, you heard it sitting. Okay, well, that makes sense. Did you heard it? You didn't heard it on my stream Saturday, did you? Okay, cool. Sounds like a great opportunity for us to do a co-stream on that Sim Viper. One day. After yours on Sunday. Oh no, really? Dang. So most of my streams are probably going to be evening streams starting next week. And the only morning stream I'll be doing is Saturday morning stream, but I'll see. But I really don't see a way to work out a daytime during the week stream, which I know is going to really limit my audience, but we'll see. We'll see. Saturday afternoon, you were flying in your lazy boy and fell asleep. When you woke up, you'd crashed upside down. That's hilarious. I think if I streamed from a recliner, I probably would fall asleep. Oh, your camera and stuff is so much work. The initial setting up a stream really is a lot of work. All right, I'm going to climb. We should have a pretty well-defined peak on this volcano right here. So here's kind of a mini volcano. The main volcano will be this one right here. Your daytime is evening in Europe, so might have more viewers from here. Yeah, and Mackenzie, that's why I love streaming from here, but unfortunately, my evening streams are going to be starting like at 8 p.m. my time, which is in the middle of the night for you guys over in the UK. And that's what I really hate, because I know a lot of people that are members of the community are from the UK. But we'll see. I'll be posting my schedule. Once I get it worked out, I'll post it all over the social media, in my Discord, on Twitter, everywhere. Oh, this is true, Mackenzie. I forgot about that. In Denmark. Yeah, Staff, I was really surprised because I was in Bone Loose's channel Sunday, and then when you said, you know what, I might fly. I said, oh crap, is he fixing a stream? And then you did, and I was really happy. Solar Hawk, what is happening, man? How are you doing? Yeah, Cajun, that'd be awesome. So, I mean, there's pluses and minuses. I mean, I've made so many European friends that if I switch to a night schedule, won't be able to fly. But then on the other hand, a lot of my United States, a lot of the people from this side of the world will be able to fly. So we'll see. We'll see. Dippo, what is happening, my friend? How are you doing? You're good, Solar Hawk? I'm glad you're good. Dippo, how are you? Dippo's another flight sim streamer friend. Great guy. Dippo, I don't know if I said hello, but I was in yours. Oh, late for delivery. Speaking of being in someone's channel and not saying anything. What's up, Late?
How you doing, man? Thank you for dropping the base.
Thank you for dropping the base, Late. I was actually lurking in your channel today. I don't know if you saw that or not, Late, but I was lurking in your channel. Good to be back. Good to be back late. Good to see you streaming this morning too. It was as soon as I got up, so I went to your channel and lurked, but that was it. Or was it yesterday morning late? When did you stream, today or yesterday? Near heat stroke. Oh, how hot is it up there for you guys, Dippo? So next is just flying over the ocean again. And once we leave this island, we're just flying over the ocean once again for a little while. Does this little island even have a name? I don't see a name. No, I don't see a name for this island. The next island we're coming up to is actually Mount Amukta. Mount Amukta? A-M-U-K-T-A. Mount Amukta. Oh, shoot. Watch out, Scruff. It was this morning. Okay, cool. Oh, man, I hope I never get hit with a follow bot raid. Follow bot raids are so... It's just a pain in the butt. I hope I never get hit with one. Oh, Mackenzie, you gotta go? Did I miss that? I'm sorry, Mackenzie. I hope you have a great day, dude. It was so good seeing you. So good seeing you again, Mackenzie. I'm really glad to know you're okay. And I thank you for spending the time in my channel that you did, man. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Everyone on Frick Brick's plane is... Oh, did Frick Brick crash? And here's the other volcano that's that makes up this little island. And then we'll fly over ice for just a minute, and then we'll be over the ocean for about 35 nautical miles. Hey, Bravo Juliet Tango, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Yes, it has been a while. Welcome back in. How have you been, my friend? Good to see you. In just a minute, I'll jump outside the plane and show some love to all those flying along. We got a bunch of people flying along today. Oh, didn't crash but surfed up the side of the mountain? Oh, that's pretty cool. It's like something I would do. Hey, Bill Zilko, it's been a while, man. How are you doing, Bill? Good to see you also, my friend. Yeah, so today is the KitFox. Today and tomorrow, we're flying over some volcanic islands, and rather than just fly over them, also they're kind of short flight plans today and tomorrow. Kind of short flight plans. So rather than fly, you know, at 105 knots in the Cessna, I figured we'd fly about 20 knots slower in the KitFox and do some bush flying if the opportunity arises. Some bush landings, I should say. So that's why, Dippo. Don't worry, I'll be back in the Cessna before you know it. Yeah, Bill, it's been a while, but it's really good to see you. You know, regardless, I know life after COVID started backing off a little bit, everyone went back to work. It's been summertime, vacation, so no, I totally get it. Everyone's busy. Flying along today, though, we got Ace, we got Bone Loose, Cappy Stick, Fire Sandy, WT Air, Whiskey Tango Air, Crunch. Let me get a screenshot really quick. And then over here we have Muad, we got Hyprex, King Cobra, Disco Stews, Zero Tadpole, Dougal snuck in here. What's up, Dougal? You sneaky thing, you. Doser Paparazzi is also in, and Frick Brick. Zoo McTavish doing the stealthy stuff in the Spitfire today. Let me get I need to get a screenshot of the back end here too. those flying behind. Little helicopter there. Helicopter action. Yeah, Ace, I think you did. Yeah, working life is busy, dude. I totally understand it. Yeah, bush landings get rough, especially after the day. Yeah, the day after. I know. But no, that's cool. I totally understand. I mean, I've had my times where, you know, it's just, I'm so busy at work and with life and family that you just don't have time. I totally get it. I've got my coffee. I'm sticking to 1 cup of coffee and then the rest is going to be water. But yeah, I feel like I could probably use more than just 1 cup of coffee for sure. Also, I'll be recording the next episode of my podcast soon. So basically the podcast channel that I have in my Discord, I asked people if they were interested in being on the podcast to you know, to mention your name there. So what I'm inviting people in the order that they posted in the Discord. So DH Paradox will be my first guest. And we'll be recording either this Wednesday or next Wednesday evening. I just got to work out a time for me and him on a Wednesday, but we'll get it done. Tam the OG, 20 months. Good sheesh, Tam. Thank you for the resub, babe. Tam the OG is my daughter. That's all I do too. 1 cup of coffee a day. I figured with my heart problems, the doctor really doesn't want me drinking caffeine, period. So I figured with my heart issues, I probably need to stick it to. I don't need to stick it to 1 cup of coffee. I need to stick to 1 cup of coffee. 125-ounce cup, Shadia. Have an hour before work. Oh, you got an hour before work? What do we talk about on my podcast? Whatever you want to talk about, Ace. I've only got 2 episodes right now. The first episode is just an introduction to me. It's all about me, what I'm about and everything. And this was when I was a variety streamer. I didn't know, I wasn't a flight simmer at the time. The second podcast is a true crime podcast. But I decided to revive my podcast with interviewing both viewers and other streamers and just talk about whatever you want to talk about. That's pretty much it. Like, there's really no agenda for them. We can talk about old video games. We can talk about streaming, flight sim, life, whatever. It's just a nice, chill conversation, basically, just conversational. How hot is it right now? It's 79 degrees, if you can believe that. In South Carolina, 79 degrees. Death Crow, it took a long time for me to get accustomed to the taste of coffee. I didn't care for the taste of coffee for a long time, but now I love it. Morning, DCM, bringing coffee and donuts. How are you doing, DCM? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, so it's 79, but the humidity factor is out the roof. Really humid here. Welcome in, DCM. Good to see you. Depot's jealous. Oh, you don't know Fahrenheit. Okay. Yeah. So it's, what is that in Celsius? I have no idea. What's the duration? Late for delivery. We will be flying for probably another hour and a half easy. I'm going to guess for another hour and a half at least. Yeah, Super Typhon, if I do a long stream, I may do that. The thing for me about the open mic Discord, and I know a lot of streamers do it, but I feel like I'm either focusing on Discord chat or on Twitch chat, and I'd rather focus on one or the other. And so I don't want anyone to feel like I'm over talking them. And so that's why I rarely ever open Discord mic or open mustache, as I said one time live on stream. Doing well, lots of air traffic the past couple days around here. Had an air show at the lakefront. Oh yeah, DCM, I bet it's been crazy for you. You gotta run? No problem, Tam. Okay, babe, love you, be careful. 18 Celsius, not used to the cold weather, so for you that's really cold. The podcast duration late. I'd like to keep it at least 30 minutes, but as long, I would say between 30 minutes to an hour, however long it takes. I do have a list of guiding questions just to kind of keep chatter going if we kind of have that awkward time where what is there to talk about. So yeah, I do have a list of questions that we, just kind of, like I said, to kind of help guide things. And so whoever's going to be the guests, or when you are a guest, I'll send you a list of those questions so you can kind of be prepared for them. But other than that, just chatting like two friends talking to each other. Oh, can do. What's happening, my friend? How are you, man? Good to see you. Sorry, I'm totally missing some chat here. There we go. So Okandu, a lot of y'all know Okandu. In fact, most of you know him. I know him as well. Met him in real life. We live fairly close to each other. Let me give him a shout out. If you don't follow Okandu, go give him a follow. What are you doing not following him? Mr. Laugh a Lot, thank you for the follow. Dude, appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Keeping up with chat can be hard. Planet Neutral, what's happening, my friend? How are you doing? Welcome on in. Good to see you. Always good to see Planet Neutral, another flight sim streamer. So many flight sim streamers in here. So many flight sim streamers in here. Good to see you. Do I work for the CIA? Wait a minute. Did I miss something? They closed your lake due to a fire, so water bombers could fill up. Was pretty cool, but was working. They flew over the house a couple times. That's awesome. Let's see here. Just catching up on chat really quick. Crunk Monkey, what is happening, my friend? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. I hope everyone had a great weekend. My weekend was amazing. My birthday celebration stream Saturday was bonkers. I had 34. I counted 34 planes, not including mine. 34 planes flying along at one point during Saturday's stream. That's the most I've ever had. Yeah, KitFox for the next 2 days at least. So the next 2 days, the area between airports is really spread out here in the Aleutian Islands. And so to make it to the next airport past my final destination for today would have put stream longer than I could have streamed today. So it's kind of a short flight plan, and that's why I decided to fly the low and slow version of the KitFox today. Oh, Fire Sandy, you hit a killer mountain and survived. Awesome. Good deal. Good deal. Where are you going to join in? Okay, so Death Crow, the best thing for you to do is, if you don't already friend me, if we're not already friends in Microsoft Flight Sim, send me a friend request. And then once you get to the big world map, if you scroll in right off the left coast of Alaska, you can find me and then spawn in on me. Oh, Muad, no problem, man. Work to do, Muad, no problem at all, dude. I appreciate you flying along for as long as you did. Planet Neutral, thank you for the lurk. Bee's Knees, what is happening? Bee's Knees, we are flying in your neck of the world. Bee's Knees is another streamer friend, does Microsoft Flight Sim every now and then, but he does fly Microsoft Flight Sim, and we're flying the Aleutian Islands, Bee's Knees. Yeah, Bee's Knees is all over this area. Bee's Knees is a conservationist who goes on a big boat and actually cleans up litter and trash in the ocean in this area of the world. It's just a shout out for Bee's Knees. You're going to be working on a boat south of here. Oh, really? Cool. Lima Kilo Mike, what is happening, my friend? Good to see you. You're welcome for the shout out, Bee's Knees. Paradox, what is happening, man? How are you doing? So DH Paradox, I was just talking about you earlier. DH Paradox will be the first guest of my podcast, and you may be wondering, how did you decide upon Paradox as the first guest? So on the podcast channel in my Discord, when I asked for people that wanted to be a guest, I'm just taking them in the order that you posted that you were willing to be a guest. So Paradox is the first. What's up, Paradox? Welcome in. We're clerking and listening to Oshkosh Fisk. Oh man, I bet that is pretty crazy to listen to. Yes, podcast is coming back. So Okendu, if you'd like to be a guest on it, in my podcast channel in my Discord, I asked people just to post, you know, like, hey, I'm interested or something like that. And then just in the order of interest, I'm reaching out to people and getting them on that. But yeah, I decided to revamp it. Howie Itzer, what's going on? How are you doing? And so if you're wondering what the podcast is going to be about, it's called Lost in the Dryer. It's called Lost in the Dryer. And the first episode was all about me, just kind of introducing. Thank you for the lurk, late for delivery. The podcast was about just about me, telling about me. And this was when I was a variety streamer before I even discovered Flight Sim. The second episode was a true crime podcast. And then I just kind of like, you know, I didn't know where to go with it. Didn't know what to do. My community was super small then. There was no interest in joining it. So I kind of just canceled it and put it off to the side. But yeah, I totally want to do it now. And I'm super excited about the interest now in it. If you didn't have your autopilot on, you would have died. Oh, autopilot saved you. Awesome, Fire Sandy. Oh yeah, Crunk Monkey. Okendu is a legend. Planet Neutral's a legend. We had Captain Seppi in here earlier. He is a legend. A lot of people in here. Yeah, paparazzi. I can't remember if someone suggested that or if I came up with that on my own. It's been so long ago, but yeah, I love the name Lost in the Dryer. You can't be mentioned in the same breath. All right, I'm going to jump outside the plane now. Let's see who all is flying along with us. So we got Ace. Ace is flying along. Whiskey Tango Air, Frick Brick, Crunch, Cappy Steak, Death Crow. Death Crow did make it in. Welcome in, Death Crow. Fire Sandy, Zero Tadpole. Oh, we got two. I've got a double helicopter escort here. We got Dozer, we got Bone Loose, Disco Stew, and Paparazzi. Make sure I didn't miss anybody up there, and we're good. Nice little group flying along on a Monday morning. You're loading in, Paradox. Awesome, man. Dougal, I've got to finish this trip up. So I'm going to finish the Connections tour. And my plan is for this week to start learning and figuring out my flight plan for it, Dougal. So it's going to be a few weeks still. Probably mid-August, somewhere in that time frame. Oh, you just spawned in, blew by me? No problem. Yeah, I'm flying it right at 80 knots. So I'm in the low and slow version of the KitFox. Taking my time today. We got plenty of time. You have a flight to catch. Get with me later. Oh, no problem, Dave Rendon. Thank you so much for being here. Again, dude, I am so freaking proud of you, man. So proud of you. Y'all, Dave Rendon, if you don't know Dave, please go give Dave a follow on Twitch. This guy was on death's door with COVID. I met him right before he got COVID. He's already a cancer survivor. Then he got COVID. He was close. I mean, like, seriously, I can't tell you, and I usually get choked up when I say this, but his wife was seriously cheering him on. Dave, please breathe. Please breathe. Breathe for me. Breathe for your family. Breathe for your children. I just can't imagine being at that point to where you're that close. That's how close Dave was in January. Doctor said he would not fly again for at least a year. The dude has already flown again and got his twin engine rating. What? Dave is Superman. So he just got his twin engine rating. Just texted me pictures of it a little while ago. I'm so proud of you, Dave. But yeah, have a great day. Be safe. Tuna Narso, what is going on? Thank you so much for the resub. Good to see you, Tuna Narso. Welcome back. Nice to see you. Happy Monday to you. Oh, Cappy Stick, that's a really, really good idea, because I have only flown the Spitfire twice, I think, off stream. Totally good idea. I'll reach out to you or Cappy Stick or someone that flies it a lot to kind of familiarize myself with it. But yeah, that's a really good idea. Thank you. Where are we right now? Paradox, we are flying over the Aleutian Islands. There's a volcanic island that we're coming up on right. Oh, wrong. There we go. Volcanic island we're coming up on right now called Mount Amukta. We are flying the Aleutian Islands right off the coast of Alaska. Paradox, if it makes it easier, if you'd like to send a friend request in Microsoft Flight Sim, and then you can just find me on the world map and spawn in on me or one of these other people, that's fine. You're falling asleep watching this? Nice, thank you. Thank you. I don't know how to say your name. Is that a key? Quad, thank you so much. Yeah, Cappy Stick, that's a really good idea, to fly with the shadows a few times. I need to do that. Quad, thank you so much for the first time chat, and I hope it's a good thing that I'm putting you to sleep. I never know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Happy Monday, long time no see. Have been working a lot. Lots of, hey dude, I totally understand too, Narso. I totally get it. Fat Airlines, welcome in. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Yeah, Death Crow, this area of the world, their days are super long or either super short, depending on the time of year and the tilt of the earth. Their days are really long or either really short, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, Fire Sandy. Yeah, so don't be shy. If you want to send me a friend request, please feel free to. I've got well over 100 people that follow me. I mean, that are friends with me on Microsoft Flight Sim. Oh yeah, Death Grove, me too. And that's why I rarely ever stream with real time when it's dark somewhere, because it's not conducive to a, in my opinion, it's not a real engaging stream when you're flying at night, especially over the ocean when there's no lights at all except your plane. Dude, Narso, what airport are you flying into? Oh, you like my quick pause and accept friend request move? I'm getting pretty good at that, Planet. Excuse me. Is it a business trip to Narso? I've gotten good at it. I'll just say that. Oh, Staff has joined in. Welcome in, Staff. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to shout the Shadow Display team out. So, excuse me, Dougal McTavish is a member of the Shadow Display team, an amazing group of formation flyers over in DCS. Now, they do fly in Microsoft Flight Sim. They have community fly-ins on Microsoft Flight Sim once a week, and then they have game time on Microsoft Flight Sim. No, in DCS once a week. The other 2 times are practice. They're great people. If you don't follow the Shadow Display team, please go follow them. Oh, so Tudenarso, what airport are you flying into? Oh, that can be interesting, Staff. He had heard of you. Really? That's cool, Staff. So there's the Shadow Display team. Go follow the Shadow Display team if you don't already. You will not be disappointed. In fact, you will have your mind blown. They do amazing stuff. Oh, so that's San Francisco, right? SFO San Francisco, I think. Yeah, Staff, that's awesome, dude. SFO is San Francisco. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, you're going to be a long ways from me through Narso, but have a good flight. That's kind of stuff you want to start getting up to the SDT. What's SDT? I'm sorry. Oh, Shadow Display team. Oh, dude. Okay, so Dippo, there's several good places. Oh, of course. Go ahead, Okendu. And I wanna find out how you did that, because they told me that they weren't doing that until the end of the year. But yeah, go ahead. So Okendu is about to share some news about his channel and stream. But yeah, go right ahead, dude. Yeah, Dippo, let me point you to a place. Let's see, FSE. Check out, no, that's not it. Or is it? Hang on. No, that's not it. There's a Discord that's all about formation flying. There's several Discords, but yeah, the Shadow Display team is a great place. Go into their channel and ask them. They'll help you. You're flying a great plane with an awesome crew to San Francisco. It'll be awesome. Oh yeah, to Narso, that'll be awesome. Are you a pilot, or are you part of the flight crew? I'm sorry. Sesgo, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Yeah, so Okendu got sponsored by the Flight Sim Association, which is pretty darn awesome. I didn't inquire about being a sponsor. I inquired about being a media partner. And they told me that they weren't taking applications until December. I guess maybe I asked them the wrong thing, Okendu, because I talked to them a couple months ago. As soon as they announced next year's Flight Sim Expo. So maybe I worded it wrong. But anyways, dude, congratulations. That is awesome. Oh yeah, the first officer on the 330. Dude, that's really cool. And I may have known that and forgot about it. That's pretty awesome too, Narso. Yeah, okay, do for sure. Because like I said, I reached out to them as soon as they announced when the expo was. I asked them about becoming a media partner, and they said applications wouldn't be out until December, I think. But still, I mean, dude, that's awesome. Congratulations. So yeah, OK Dude's got some stuff going on over there in this channel. It's time to buzz the Caldera. Buzz it, man. Buzz it. Okay, I'm going to go into the cockpit now. Yeah, so I've got plenty of time today. I should have plenty of time today for exploring things. It's kind of a short flight plan, and that's why I flew the KitFox too, so we could really explore. So I'm not going to try to land. I'm not going to try to land in the crater, but I do want to fly the crater though. Oh no. All right, so engine failure, engine overstressed. How do I even do that? So I need to make an engine failure. I guess I just turn the engine off. No, that's okay, Lima Kilo Mike. Actually, you know what? Right now is the time. I'm gonna kill the engine right now over the crater. All right, so I've got the engine killed. Let's see if I can make it. I was gonna try to land in the crater. Oh no.
Passengers, I think we're gonna crash.
Dang it. Okay, Bun Loose, no problem, man. Hey, thank you for flying along. I appreciate that. Yeah, what I was wanting to do, it was make it over the lip of the crater, and then I'd have plenty of room to land down here is what I was trying to do, but I stalled right there at the end. Spider made it. Oh, in the 145. That makes sense. Yeah, I totally failed on that one, didn't I? Leave a Kilo Mike. That was a lot of fun though. All right, flaps up.
Nervous?
A little bit, yes.
First time.
No, I've been nervous lots of times.
Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
And that was pretty cool though, taking off from the rim of the volcano, from the rim of the crater. It was a nice place to land. Thank you for that, man. That was pretty awesome. Now into the bowl of the crater we go. Now Okandu could probably stick that landing easy. Not me. All right, so there is one other little mountain, volcano, I should say, that I'm gonna fly over to. It's a really tiny island. It looks like it's kind of northeast of where we're at. So we'll fly over there. That was a lot of fun though. I really appreciate that challenge. Normally I'm pretty good with the emergency landings, but I totally blew that one. So flying along, we got Ace, Cappy Stick, Frick Brick, Crunch, Whiskey Tango Air, Fire Sandy, Death Crow, Hyprix, Paparazzi, This goes through. Momberry has joined. Welcome in, Momberry. Doser. Paradox has made it. Zero is here. Sergeant Staff. All flying along with us today. Thank you for flying along. Thank you for flying, Scruffy Tam Airlines. One in Red Mountain got too excited, forgot that all he needed to do was tap the mountain, not full on slam it. Yeah, I know, right? Full on slam. It's okay. Oh, how did I do it? It's with my Go XLR.
So I do this with my Go XLR.
You've got, excuse me, I've got several different voice effects that I can use. This one is my pilot voice that I used to use a lot when I first started flight simming, but it's been a while since I've done the pilot introductions and stuff on stream. So I've got this one. I've got
this one set.
I've got this one right here.
And then I've got this one.
I've got this one. And this one. Those are my voice effects. Yeah, it does sound like an intercom. There's a lot of them that, I mean, you can change it to just about any voice effect you want. There's 4 different settings or 4 different knobs that you can change to pretty much come up with your own custom voice effects, and that's what I did. Oh, I've got the bing bong. I've got it. And welcome in, passengers, as we are leaving Mount Muad. We are now approaching Mount Chagulak, another volcanic island here in the Aleutian Islands area of the Pacific Ocean, just off to the west coast of Alaska. Hope you enjoy the beautiful views of this peak. Yeah, man, I've got it. I've got it. No, it's not a Stream Deck thing. That's actually the Go XLR. So well, yeah, I don't want to mess up my camera, but I've got a Go XLR over here. It's basically my mic mixer. And then I've got my Stream Deck is what I use for flight controls. Oh, you thought the bing bong came from your plane, Zero? That's hilarious. Yeah. So Go XLR is expensive, but it's an it's really awesome audio mixer. It's just for streamers, pretty much for streaming. So yeah, you can save different samples of things. Like I've got a goose. So you can sample literally anything that's on your computer. You can sample it. I sampled the goose for Quayert. Many of y'all know Quayert, and our kind of inside joke is goose. So anytime Quayert comes in, I hit the goose sound effect. You flew into Pearl Harbor Saturday and was disappointed they don't do the Arizona Memorial. I think there's an add-on though. Pretty sure there's an add-on for that. Oh, nice. We got some people that have landed on top of this mountain. This is awesome. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, get whatever. Oh, Spider is in the 145. That's how he's on top of the mountain. King of the mountain. Heck yeah. This is really cool. If I was in the regular, if I was in the regular version of the KitFox, I totally could have crested that mountain, but I'm in the low and slow version, so it's a lot weaker, a lot less horsepower in this engine than the regular than the stage 2. So I wasn't able to crest the top of it. Oh, is that the mountain you crashed into, Sandy? No. Yeah, so before I started streaming, I went ahead and bought all of these things. And so I had the Go XLR, I had one step down stream deck, the one that's a little bit smaller than this one. And this mic. Oh, you took the regular 170B, not the Tundra? You got the 15 button. That's what I originally had, was the 15 button. And then once I discovered its capabilities, I quickly used up those 15 buttons. And that was before they did paging. So once you filled up your 15 buttons, you were pretty much screwed before they started paging. And so I gifted mine to another streamer and then bought the full version. And right after that, they had the update with paging, which totally sucked. Because the 15 button would have been just as good. Whoops. Didn't mean to zoom in. You've got it swapping your camera and now you've got it. Oh, that's nice. That's a good use of it right there with for ATC. You're rocking the non-existent Stream Deck. Yeah, that's a good idea too, is to make them out for the Bravo. I've got it just kind of rocking here on the Alpha. Hey, I totally understand. Yeah, it is. It's pretty stable just sitting here. I mean, it rocks a little bit, but it's done a great job. And my little instrument here does a good job just sitting there on the lip of it as well. A huge 747 Shadow, yes. I literally maxed out a credit card, which my limit wasn't very much, but I literally maxed out a credit card when I first started streaming, or before I even started streaming, just to get all the stuff. Wasn't the best decision in the world, but I've done much, much better. Oh yeah, that's nice, Viper. To be able to turn your key lights on and off. Yeah, that's really nice. And so the Go XLR has this I was gonna try to do something funny. It's got this a cuss word beep out basically. So if I start going on a cussing rant, then I can bleep my words out. The hobby is expensive by itself, Spider Steve, no doubt. Oh, nice. You got it set up with Teams as well. That works good. Okay, do yeah, we are on US East. Am I on a delay? Am I on a delay? No. Yeah, Replica with a setup like yours, dude. Y'all, Replica Gaming has a killer setup. Very, very nice setup. Yeah, you got a lot of money in yours. It's hard to bleep your. Oh, yeah. I'm with you now, Viper. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I've just got a button I can push if I want to say some words. Yes, you can. You just started making your 737. Yeah, it's expensive. Oh man, I saw Howie. That's pretty awesome. I saw on TikTok a guy that had made a racing simulator out of a car, like it was a Honda or something. They cut it in half, brought it into their house, and they set it all back up and had 3 monitors in front of the windshield with some sort of a black cover over it, covered up the back. It looked amazing when they were done. Yeah, so at one point, Viper, when I was doing Discord, when I would open Discord up, I had a Discord mute. I still do have it right there. The lower right button is Discord mute mic. If anyone sees any crops that need to be dusted, there's probably some crops that need to be dusted out here. No telling. So we got Cappy Stick flying along, Momberry, Ace, Disco Stew, Okendu has jumped in. Welcome in, Okendu. Thank you, man. Thank you for flying along. Death Crow, Paradox, Paparazzi, Crunch, WT Air, Dougal, Doser, Sergeant Staff, Spider, a lot of other people on the other side of this volcano. Sprayer is locked and loaded. Heck yeah. You would have stuck to the Seneca V as planned if I would have been done, but you decided to switch to the 737. Oh, this is true, Staff. Yeah. So I'm going to climb over the top of this mountain, and then there's a huge caldera. There's a huge caldera right after this mountain on this island. You need a bush kit for the 737. Yes, you do, Bocelli. Bocelli, are you flying? Crop dusting's more of a hobby. Dude, that would be hilarious to crop dust in the casino. All right, there should be a rather large caldera up here. It's not real tall, but it's huge. Or it looks huge anyways. And it looks like it may have a little baby volcano starting to come out of it as well. Oh, Bocelli, I knew that. Bocelli. Thank you. Sheesh. Sorry about that. You're going on a cruise in September. You'll be sure to crop dust the casino. You saw a 20-year-old kid win 170,000. Wow. That's nice. So the very first time I went to Vegas, It was when I worked at the dealership, and it was a dealer-sponsored trip. I was going to meet with 20 other service managers from around the country. And the owner of the dealership gave me some really good advice. He told me, he said, Bill, y'all know my real name is Bill. Most of y'all do. He said, Bill, go to Vegas, enjoy yourself, walk around and enjoy the beauty that is Vegas. And Vegas is, if you've never been to Las Vegas is over the top amazing. It is amazing. When you're inside the casino, for example, New York, when you're inside the hotel and the casino, you would think that you were outside walking the streets of New York City. Is how beautiful the inside works. Caesar's Palace, same way. So the first time I went, I stayed at the MGM Grand, and he told me, enjoy the beauty of Vegas, enjoy how amazing it is. But remember, Vegas was not built by people losing in the casinos. It was built by them, you know, winning. It was not built by people winning in the casinos. It was built by people losing in the casinos. So don't go and waste all your money on, you know, gambling. I'm just catching up with chat really quick. They even imported the BB smell. So, yeah, it's a monument to the loser. Exactly. So, I've been 3 times. The first time I stayed at the MGM Grand. The second time I stayed at, I think it's Green Valley Ranch, I think was the name of it. It's kind of a suburb of Vegas. And then the third time I stayed at the Bellagio. Of all 3 times I've been at Vegas for almost a week each time, I never gambled a penny. I enjoyed the beauty of it, but I never gambled a penny. Oh no, man, please post stuff in my Jeep channel. That's what I have them there for. It was built with blood, technically, from them mobsters. Yeah, Disco Stew, that's a good idea too, but I didn't want to be the person that would that starts out and then I get addicted to gambling, because there's a salesman at the dealership that I used to work at who totally lost his family fortune with gambling, so I didn't even want to start. Green Valley Ranch, isn't that a whorehouse? You know what, it may be Viper. I stayed there. It was a nice place. That's all I can say, because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Joey Bolo, what's happening, dude? How are you? Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Green Acres running through your head. I'm pretty sure it was the Green Valley Ranch, or Green something ranch. It's a really nice place. All right, I got to do a touch and go in the crater. At least a touch and go, right? But I think I'll do a full stop. Let's see if I can do a stall landing. I doubt I can do a stall landing, but let's see how oh shoot, I just hit the crater. My wheels totally bumped the crater coming in. The lip of the crater. If the ranch is green, it's turned exactly. Oh no, not in the trees, Scruffy, not in the trees. Hey, that wasn't bad. I mean, it was bad that I landed in the trees, but it wasn't too awful bad. You got to run to work. Paparazzi, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for flying along. Have a great day at work. I'll be back tomorrow morning. That was a rough takeoff. I'll be back tomorrow morning, same time. Hey, what's up, Udash? Welcome in. Thank you for the first time chat. Hope you are doing well today. How are you doing today? And thank you for the follow also. Your first bush landing and you went sideways. Oh no, no, Death Crow. That's okay. You'll learn. Udash, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate that. For the first time chat also. Are you a flight simmer? Do you enjoy flight simulation? Viper Strike? Hello to you, my friend. Good to see you. How are you doing, Viper Strike? The bartender only had Crown Royal bags. So he took the quarters down to the money changers and Crown Royal bags. Nice. Joey Bello is an awesome flight sim streamer. Taking some time off because he is a new daddy. He's got a new child. And Viper Strike. Viper Strike is another flight simulator streamer. Viper Strike spends a ton of time researching where he's flying. Does an amazing job at it as well. Welcome on in, Viper Strike. Y'all go follow Viper if you don't already. Udesh, you love flight simulation. How long have you flown in flight sim for? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Welcome on in. Good to see you. I've only been a flight simmer for less than a year. I started my flight sim journey in September of last year. Got addicted really quick. And here I am, exclusively streaming flight sim. Like a year, me too. Awesome. So Udash, if you'd like to fly along with us, everyone's always welcome to fly. Anytime you see me flying, whether I'm on Twitch or even off stream, feel free to fly along with me. So if you'd like to fly, we're on US East server. And the closest airport almost always shows here. Unfortunately, we are in the Aleutian Islands in the middle of the Pacific right now. So there is no closest airport, but we're right off the coast of Alaska. So if you'd like to fly along, feel free to jump on in. The invitation's always open to everybody. If it helps you, Udash, you can send me a friend request in the sim and then just spawn in on me. Test Pilot, what is happening, man? Good to see you again. Hope you are doing well. Welcome on in. So flying along today, we got a bunch of people, some really amazing people flying along today. Dougal McTavish, Spider, Whiskey Tango Air, beginners, what's up, dude? I didn't see you up there. Welcome in, good to have you also. Fire Sandy, Zero, Cappy Stick, Brick, Disco Stew, Paradox, Ace up there, Death Crow, Momberry, Sergeant Staff, Dozer, Crunch, and Test Pilot's already in. Welcome in, everybody. What an amazing day. This is pretty awesome for a Monday. The time where I live right now is 10:10. So I'm in South Carolina, Udash. I don't mind telling people where I live. Of course, I won't give my address. But I live in South Carolina, so we live in the same time zone, Udash. Ice landing achieved. Good job, Death Crow. Congratulations. Sort of surprised you haven't crashed yet, grinding the stall speed of this thing. Dude, it really is amazing. Oh, it just hit 11:11. So our next volcano is going to be the Herb. This is kind of funny. So all these other volcanoes have like Alaskan names or like native names. This one is just called the Herbert. This next volcano is Herbert. In all seriousness. Oh, it's 10:12. Yeah, for me too. It's 10:12 for me too. Exactly, Viper. Exactly. Me too, my friend. So, like, maybe they just got bored. This one is called Herbert Volcano. What's up, Herb? And then next we have Mount Cleveland. So we're flying along, doing this thing. This has been a tour that I call the Connections Tour. We started out in Vietnam, and we're connecting Asia to North America is why it's called the Connections Tour. So we flew from Vietnam up through Japan, and now we're in the Aleutian Islands. We've flown a lot of the islands in the Pacific. Between this tour and the Between Two Oceans tours, we've done a lot. Oh, Mount Cleveland sounds like what you'd call a giant pile of trash. Amazing story here. So Saturday, you know, I told y'all that we were going to eat at a hibachi place where they cook in front of you and put on the show. The closer you get to Canada, the be called Mount Gordon or Mount Josh. We got, so we went to the hibachi place, and the guy is the chef is telling us where he lived. He said, I come from islands in the Pacific, and from in the islands of Micronesia. And he said, but y'all don't know where Micronesia is. Well, if you've been a long time member of the community here, we know where Micronesia is because we flew it as part of the Between Two Oceans tour. So I come right back at him. I said, yeah, I know where Micronesia is. I've flown there before. And y'all should have seen the look on his face. He said, what? Are you a pilot? And I said, yeah, I'm a pilot. I fly in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So he knew what Microsoft Flight Simulator was. And he knew what Twitch was. And he said he's gonna follow me. I haven't seen a follow from him yet, but really cool guy. So I told him, I said, yeah, man, I know where Micronesia is. We flew over the islands of Micronesia in that area of the world, and we talked about that. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool conversation. So he wanted to know what my streamer name was, and I look forward to seeing him sometime. Yeah, it really was pretty cool. But I just thought it was hilarious that he thought I was a pilot because I have flown to Micronesia, which, I mean, why wouldn't you think that, right? But I understand, you know, a lot of people don't realize how realistic Microsoft Flight Simulator is. I was the same way. I had no idea it was as realistic as it is. Has it got its problems? Yes, it's got its issues. Overall, it's amazing. He said, well, you probably wouldn't see my house. And I said, you'd be surprised. I could fly over and see my house. So your house may not be perfect, but yeah, Joey, same here. I'm trying to educate people on that because I think a lot of people thought the same thing that I thought about Twitch when I first heard of Twitch. I thought it was the craziest concept that people would watch other people play video games. And I thought the same thing when my students first told me about Twitch. I thought it was the craziest concept. Why would I spend my time watching people play video games? But I am so glad I discovered Twitch and that I'm a streamer. It's awesome. It's awesome. You've been on Twitch since it was just in TV. Wow, Deathgrow. You've been on a while. Dang. Yeah, now Skipper, yeah. Rods, what's up, Rods? Thank you for the follow. How are you doing, Rods TTV? Thank you for the follow. How are you doing today? Yeah, Skipper Jeff, that's kind of, I don't understand that now. I do not understand that, Jeff. And there's people that have a lot of, even on TikTok, I see on my feed on TikTok, people live streaming sleeping. I don't understand it. And I don't think I will ever become a sleep streamer. Just hope you're not disappointed, but I don't think I'll ever be a sleep streamer. Rods, I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm doing fantastic. So I assume that you're a streamer. Let me give Rods a shout out. What kind of games do you play, Rods? Oh, Disco Stew, that hurts, man. That hurts right to the core of my heart. Oh, you have a few friends that work for Twitch. Nice. That would be pretty cool, Joey Bolo, to work. Oh, nice. All right, my socks of the day. Socks of the day on the right foot. I've got my airliner socks, courtesy of DC Viper. And the left foot, I've got my my palm tree socks because stupid me. This is Bocelli. That makes perfect sense. Sleep stream, here we come. The left foot is palm trees. I like to keep one sock. Themed to wherever we're flying. And so here I am, because we're flying over the Pacific Ocean, putting a palm tree sock on. And here we are in snow-capped volcanoes, right? That was smart of me. Anyways, those are my socks of the day. Yeah, Spider Steve, hot tub streamer, or licking a mic streamer, or this. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Eating your mic stream, exactly. Oh Lord, thank you, Super Typhon. Oh Lord Viper, you're gonna make me choke. No windsock on your mic. It's easier to clean after licking it. Blah. Rods, we are on East USA server. Welcome on in, and yeah, please, if you would like to fly, if you'd like to fly, please fly along. No rules, just flight. What does that mean? That means you can fly what you want to and fly how you want to. Everyone's welcome to fly along with me. We all love flight and flying, so I just want you to be happy flying whatever you want to fly. Oh yeah, if the mic is shared, that yeah. So I thought about doing something like this one day too, just to be funny. Kind of do a half green screen stream. And I can turn on my, let's see here, turn on my lights back there. I thought I was going to try to flap my arms to fly. Yeah, so we'll just do a half green screen stream, right? Nah. Every now and then I switch it up and take the green screen down. So at Flight Sim Expo, don't be surprised if there's a hot tub stream. Just kidding. All right, so flying along. Now, who was it? I was talking to someone about doing that, streaming from the hot tub at Flight Sim Expo next year. Donations to put your robe back on. That's hilarious. Oh, so we got Frick Brick, Beginners, Fire Sandy, Dougal McTavish, Munberry Moki. No Cappy Stick's flying along. I'm going to guess this is probably Cappy Stick. Whiskey Tango Air, Disco Stew, Spider, Death Crow, Sergeant Staff, Paradox, Dozer, someone on the other side of the mountain. I can't quite see their username. Zero Tadpole. Test Pilot down there. Making sure I didn't miss anybody. That's Crunch. Crunch in the back. I think that covers everybody. Your wife wouldn't let you join. The more you fly this 170. You remember the first ever FS Expo hot tub stream? Your wife wouldn't let you join? Oh man, yeah, we got to do it though. We got to do it. I will totally join. My wife's not coming, so I can do whatever I want to do. One of these days you're gonna look into hanging a green screen from the ceiling, but you have a ceiling fan. Oh, that'd be interesting. The more you fly this 170B, the more you're enjoying it. You found out you can get to 48 knots without stalling it. Wow. Make sure the hotel has a hot tub. Yeah, I've got a Taco Bell making a Oh my word. Y'all, Flight Sim Expo is gonna be so much fun. I am really looking. I know it's over, but no, it's less than a year away now. It's 11 months away. A long time, but I'm so looking forward to it. Oh, Disco Stew, sorry I talked over it. I overtalked it. Spicy Jacuzzi. Scruffy Tammy. Oh, dude, Skipper Jeff. I would be in so much trouble. I would be in so much trouble. Oh, Staff, you've got to make it, dude. You've got to make it. I mean, I can't help who shows up in my recommended channels. And I don't know why Amaranth shows up in my recommended channels. It's not like I watch hot tub streams, but she comes up in my recommended channels a lot. Yeah, it's too early right now to get reservations. I've been watching it. Not if you say it's for charity fundraising. Oh, Joey, that's a good one. I wonder if that'll work. Sasha Grazing, yours probably kind of. Amazon knows many of my followers are dirty old man. That's funny. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, me too, Death Grove. Seriously, me too. So I'm glad I'm not the only one who gets Amaranth as a suggested. And what's bad about it though is, I mean, you know, I am kind of curious. I'm kind of curious, right? But I've got so many people that I'm friends with on Twitch. Oh, no, wait, they did away with that, didn't they? Didn't they do away with the thing where you can be friends on Twitch and then you can see what your Twitch friends are watching? I'm pretty sure they did do away with that. So that means I have free reign now to watch Amaranth with no one judging me. Wait a minute. Stream over. I'm ending stream right now. Yeah, I forgot that. I don't know why they ended it, except I do know, and I don't understand this. I know there was some drama with people getting mad because oh, I remember that, Okendu. I totally remember that. I totally remember that, dude. Skipper Jeff, that's why he's here and not there. But yeah, I think there were people that were getting mad, like at other, like, why are you watching someone besides me or something like that? Like total pettiness. And I don't understand that. I mean, spend time with who you want to spend time with. If it's me, that's cool. If it's Fabio's on right now, if it's Fabio, that's cool. Whoever you want to spend time with, I'm happy with. I want you to be happy. I know, right? Okay, dude, that'll be hilarious. Come join me over there, Scruff. You haven't been on your stream more than 5 minutes. Us Jenna folks aren't old. We're feral Toys R Us kids forever. Exactly. There you go, Mom Berry. I love it. You don't watch Amaranth or whatever her name is. You watch an empty hot tub with a sign saying changing into a cute bikini, right? Okay, hey, Late. Thank you so much for being here. Late for delivery. I appreciate you, man. Y'all, Late for delivery is another streamer friend. Late for delivery does Truck Simulator over on his channel. Go give him a follow. Check him out. He streams really, really early in my time. This is true, Viper. This is true. Okay, sorry, I gotta focus on flying, y'all. This has been hilarious. You're at 52 knots? Testing the limits, my friend, testing the limits. Oh, wow, that's a cool shot. Let me get a screenshot of this really quick. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn to the right just a little bit. We'll fly to the next little volcano-ish area there. Lick some plastic ears with mics in them. You might donate. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, okay, dude, that's true. 2 more hours before he starts it. No, I want nothing. Seriously, I love Fabio, and so every streamer brings their own thing to flight simulation. I love it. I don't know if y'all heard that when Death Crow posted Flaps, but Flaps is another sound Easter egg. See, that's what I love about Twitch is every flight sim person brings their own twist to flight simulation. And Fabio, I really, really enjoy Fabio's streams because he's so educational. As much as, you know, we may joke about how long it takes him to get in the... Yeah, you hear the flaps. As much as he spends a lot of time educating before he flies, he's an amazing streamer and very, very knowledgeable. Yeah, Howie too. Me too, because let me tell you, I guarantee you, in fact, I would probably bet. Yeah, Fabio actually knows exactly what he's doing. Yes. Oh no, his stream crashed. Fabio's luck has totally sucked lately. Okay, What was I saying? Oh, that's beautiful, Ori. Thank you for that picture. Wow. I guarantee you, in fact, I would be willing to bet, I'd be willing to bet my next check that Amaranth couldn't give two whatevers about anyone in her channel. She's only there for the money, right? I mean, she looks good, and she's, I mean, yeah, I mean, we can all agree she's got a nice body, right? But she cares, yeah, she cares nothing about her community. And that's where I kind of have a problem with it. Well, I don't have a problem with it because everybody can do that. I mean, you be you, but yeah, she belongs on OnlyFans. Probably has an OnlyFans. She probably has an OnlyFans, but yeah, I mean, you do you. If that's what you want to do as a streamer, and she's built a huge community, but I don't think the community is there necessarily for her personality, and that's what I go to people's streams for, is their personality. Right, Viper, exactly. We're almost identical twins. What? Yeah, exactly, Deathbro. It's all relative to the viewer. Yes. I figured she probably had an OnlyFans. Right, but Jelly, exactly. Yeah, she personally wants your money because she's hot. There you go. Yeah, so what I really love about flight simulation is just the community. Your wife blames Fabio for your dive into flight sim and building one. I can get that. Yeah, exactly, Mumberry. I mean, everyone needs to be yourself. So one of these days, I'm going to do a YouTube video. One of these days, I'm going to do a YouTube video of how to... See, the only reason I haven't done this yet is because it sounds so conceited. It really does sound conceited because I by no means... I don't even want to... Hang on. I want to tell people how to be a successful streamer, but I don't want to say it from the perspective of someone who's made it, because I don't consider yes. Am I successful? Yes, I'm successful in the fact that I've got a nice following, and I've been streaming for almost 2 years. I don't want to be one of these know-it-all people that does a YouTube channel, but people need to know what to do and what not to do on Twitch to become a successful streamer. Hey Topple, thank you for the door knock troll. I see so many people. Infidel Fireman, thank you so much for jumping in, saying hello, and jumping right back out. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for what you do, and thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Be safe out there. But no, seriously, I see so many people that when they start streaming, they have no idea what to do to build the channel. And so they just sit there and don't say anything to anybody. They focus so much on the game and not their chat. And I just wanted to do it to help people, not to be a know-it-all, if you know what I mean. Hey Topple, how you doing, man?
Scruffington, show us those.
You're just a future streamer who wants to improve his speech because you're not good at... Yeah, exactly. Oh, hey Topple, thank you. I totally... Nice, Staff. That's awesome, man. I really enjoyed yesterday's stream too. What little bit I was able to see, because I did have to go to take a shower and then we were off to church after that, but I did keep you up. Socks of the day. On the right foot, I've got my black socks with the airliners on them, courtesy of DC Viper. Excuse me, on the left foot, I've got my palm tree socks. So palm trees and airlines, my socks of the day. Ooh, okay, let's see here. I need to. That's it. You have me convinced to start your Disco Stew channel with soup mix poured into the pool. I think there's ways to have a successful stream. Yeah, Okendu, you definitely need to have one of the two for sure. Am I the best pilot? No. Y'all have heard me say that a lot. I totally suck at flying a lot of times. But I love people and I love focusing on the community. My chemistry, welcome in. I see you sneaking in there. Welcome in, my chemistry. Always good to have you flying with us. And Rods is also here as well. Welcome in, Rods, as well. And streaming isn't a cookie cutter. So streaming, just because one person's successful in doing things their way doesn't mean that you doing the same thing they do is going to make you successful either. I have tried to coach new streamers and it didn't work. So it's different for different people. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, Viper. By learning to be a really good VFR pilot, yeah, for sure. And so there's plenty of room for streamers in Microsoft Flight Sim. There's plenty of niches still out there to be found. So flying along, we got WT Air, Monberry Mochi, or Monberry Moki, Fire Sandy, Ace. Waiting to see this one. Who is this? Spider. This is probably Cappy Stick right here. Frick Brick. Rods, Ori, Disco Stew, Paradox, Death Crow. Someone else right there. My chemistry. Dose. Test Pilot. Sergeant Staff, Crunch, Dougal McTavish, and saw some other people flying around as well. Whiskey Tango Air. Got a bunch of people flying along today. It's hard to keep up with them sometimes. Uh-oh, I need to turn. Sorry. We need to turn to this island to the right. I apologize. Show yourself learning the right way to do stuff in the VFR environment. That's awesome. I love that you're doing that. I do have the PAAK. I got the PAAK. Actually, I got the Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge when I first decided that I wanted to get my drone certification. Because the majority of things you have to know to be a certificated drone pilot, according to the FAA, you need to know as a pilot as well. So I was advised to get the Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge, and I bought it several years ago. Still have it. It's very good information. Yeah, I got the paper versions. Yep. They are available for free, but I'm not a person who dislikes ebooks, but in this case, it's easier for me to flip through the book and find it than it is to search in an ebook and find it, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, for sure. It's out there for free. Oh, this is true. Dougal. There we go. Try it now. I think it's right now. I had to hit the B button. It should be updated now, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, I think it's close now. Now the construction is three feet outside. Yeah, I forgot to reset my my altimeter. Thank you, Dougal. I have not even checked my fuel lately. Oh, plenty of fuel. I forgot I can just do this too to look at the fuel. Plenty of fuel left. I would have been good just sticking with what they give us to begin with. Oh God, Spider, did you forget about fuel? Yeah, I totally forgot about it. Yeah, I know, Viper. I totally forgot that you can just look right here to see where we're at. We've only used like 3/4 of a tank. I mean, 1/4 of a tank, excuse me. Unsub. We did take a few detours. Yeah, we did. Oh yeah, Atopple, I did see where that's gonna happen. Yeah. So I'm just taking a peek to see who we might raid today. I think I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I have raided John Pookie before, and John Pookie's not playing Flight Sim, but Frosty Nut is kind of a new member of the community. He's got a really nice setup, and I don't think I've raided Frosty Nut before, so I'm just kind of thinking ahead of once we get to the end there. Wake turbulence from a heavier twin diamond. Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to turn to get back on course. And now we'll be over the ocean again for a little while. Oh, that was Rod's. That was Rod's formation flying with me? Or no, okay, it was not. Okay. So over the ocean for about 20 nautical miles, and then it's over a really skinny bit of land as we make our way to the next island in the last airport, actually, which is PAKO. PAKO, P-A-K-O, is our final airport of the day. Oh, is there some sun coming over the horizon? Let's see, because I love sunrises. Oh, very nice. Heck yeah, I'll take that. I'm going to jump outside the plane for this. I love sunrises. I love sunrises and long walks on the beach and hot tub streams. It does not seem, no, it does not simulate that, Rods. It does not. He was just being funny. No worries, Rods. Yeah, thank you, man. I knew someone was formation flying with me, and I thought it was Cappy Stick, but then when I saw you fly by, I thought maybe it was you, but I see Cappy Stick still right here with me. You were about 2 hours ahead before you went live time when you joined. This is the lighting ahead. Oh, nice. Yeah, I love sunrises and sunsets in the sim. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, the view is beautiful. And I'm good with this. Yeah, live weather and live time is, I think I'm on live weather too, right? Yeah, live weather, live time. This is beautiful. Yeah, not too dark and just enough light, exactly. Even on stream, what I really worry about is flying at night on stream because you can't see anything basically. But yeah, this is perfect right here. And we should see a beautiful sunrise right as we're coming up to the final airport. You know, I actually was, I'm gonna, wow, I need to speed up a little bit. I didn't realize how much further we have to go. We have another 160 nautical miles to go. So we still got a long ways to go, and I need to be wrapping up in about an hour. So I'm gonna speed up just a little bit now. I've been flying at about 70 something and didn't realize that. I'm gonna, are my lights, oh, you know what, they are. They are, Spider Steve. There, that should turn them all on. There we go. Now we're good. I was going to cause a sure enough crash, wasn't I? Thank you for that. Yeah, eastbound and down. I didn't realize that. L. Alt L. Death Crow, try hitting the Alt button on your keyboard and then L, Lima. All right, I'm going to set the heading mode, and I got to go pee really quick. Or does this plane even have autopilot? This version of the plane may not have it. I know, right? I gotta pee bad too. I was gonna try to hold it, then I realized how many more miles we have to go. You know what? This version does have it. Okay. But I just want to do heading mode though. Thank you for the flute, Atopple. Appreciate that. I need a new gaming chair with optional catheter system. That would be awesome. The Life of Aaron, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate the well wishes. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy your day. Be safe, and I'll see you soon. I'll be back tomorrow morning. All right, I'm gonna step away for just a minute. Y'all enjoy each other. Enjoy some music and the beautiful views. Be right back. Hit those F's in chat. right, I'm back. Thank you for the F's in chat there, y'all. Appreciate that. Autopilot off. I'm gonna speed up a little bit for those of y'all that are flying along. Ace of Twigs. Thank you for the fart also. There we go. I just realized I'm climbing at a fairly high rate of speed, so I'm gonna bring my altitude back down a little bit, speed up a little bit as well. Oh, Super Typhon, you farted too. Thank you for the fart also, and Disco Stew for the fart as well. There's a couple other audio Easter eggs that I thought about doing. I need to record them and go ahead and get those set up. So you may be wondering, what the heck is an audio Easter egg? What that is, it's a certain word that would trigger, when typed in chat, will trigger an audio response. I've got several of them. I think it's 14, and some of them still have not been found yet. There's one in particular I don't know that will ever be found. One day I may reveal it. Even if you fart in a sentence. I thought so. You slammed into the ground 3 times yesterday during the shadow stream. Disco Stew has been trying to find them. Dig was flying extra frisky yesterday. Were y'all in Spitfires? I missed the Shadows stream yesterday because our grandkids were over here, and then after that, the wife had a couple of projects for me to do, so I totally missed the Shadow display teams. Tammy. Actually, if you type Tam in, I think it does something. Oh yeah, was that what it was? Yep. I think Tam may do something. I'm not sure. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Although I thought it spammed like all over the screen, not just 2 Tams. Oh well. You had a lot of stuff going on in the room while trying to hand fly. I love hand flying. Yes, yeah, this will be the final airport. Which we've got a ways to go though. It looks like, according to the little nav map, it's 142 miles to go. Oh, the first time you heard it, you thought I was trying to hide it? That's funny. Oh, that was a quiet one. Oh, this one in 16 miles? No. No, you can do a touch and go there if you'd like to, or of course you can stop there. But yeah, the next airport for me will be the last one, which is PAKO, PAKO. Oh, little airport is gorgeous. Is it really? Mumberry, where's it at? Is it where you are right now? I need to get down a little bit lower and maybe turn time of day up just a little bit so I can see. Need to practice your landings. Landings in a tail wheel in a tail dragger are pretty challenging to begin with. Oh, you're at PAKO. Okay, gotcha. And then tomorrow we'll actually visit the place where Deadliest Catch actually, where they start at. I can't remember the name of the bay. Let's see here, but we'll be there. Anyways, we'll be in Unalaska, however you say it. On your RPM, it has hours. What hours is that referring? I think that's hours flown, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's hours flown. Zero, same time. It'll be 8 a.m. Eastern time, which is 1200 Zulu. So I always start on, well, this week is the last week of this, so I need to stop saying always. But yeah, tomorrow will be 8 a.m. Eastern time start. Oh, that's true. It could be the engine hours too. Yeah. All right, Zero. Thank you, man. Okay, yeah. So 28 is about right. Nice inverted flight there, Rods. You want to see him laying like that? That's funny. Is that our strip? Our strip should be PAK. Oh, it's 14. Y'all, I thought that was 142 nautical miles. It's 14.2. My old eyes. See, I could have waited. Sheesh. Here I am firewalling it. It says 14.2 nautical miles, and I thought it was 142 nautical miles. I was about to say, I'm hauling butt if I've already covered 71 nautical miles. I feel like a complete idiot. Sorry about that. Yes, that is our strip. Chewy Nuts, what's happening, dude? How are you, man? Chewy Nuts is another flight sim streamer and Twitch streamer as well. Let me give me just a minute. I'll give you a shout out there, Chewy. I'm gonna whoa, look at this. I'm gonna speed up time just a little bit. It's one of those things we can do as streamers of Microsoft Flight Sim. Chewy Nuts, how are you doing, man? Good to have you. We are coming up on our final destination. Now I'm ahead of schedule since I firewalled it. There's a shout out for Chewy Nuts. Be sure to go follow and join Chewy Nuts in his next stream. Yeah, sunrise is gorgeous. You're welcome for the shout out. Oh no, Lee McKeel and Mike, I am so sorry, my friend. Tomorrow's stream, I'll be streaming longer. It's probably going to be significantly longer tomorrow. That's one of the reasons why I made today such a short one, is to kind of make up for tomorrow's. I thought I still had a ways to go, but I misread the number of miles left. I thought it said 142 nautical miles, but it was 14.2. So totally my bad. I totally screwed that up. Yeah, I usually stream 3.5 to 4 hours. Yep. Iowa Scotsman, what's up, dude? How are you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Iowa Scotsman is another flight sim streamer. Great individual as well. Awesome streamer. Give me just a minute. I'm waiting on the shout out to come up. There we go. There's a shout out for Iowa Scotsman also. Y'all go follow Iowa Scotsman. Oh, the fuel warning just came on. Nice. I'm doing fantastic, Scotsman. Thank you. Spider Steve, the good news is we're almost there. So I'm going to come into the pattern at the airport at a 45-degree angle, which is typically how you would enter the flight pattern at an airport, at a 45-degree angle. And I'm gonna fly into runway 26, runway 26, because the winds are blowing out of 289. So we'll fly into runway 26. I'm trying to get to the pattern altitude of 1,000 here. Yes. I'm going downwind. Where are we off to? Chewy nuts. We are flying the Aleutian Islands. The Aleutian Islands play a big part of the Deadliest Catch series TV show. But we're getting close to Alaska. We started out in Vietnam and we've just been slowly making our way to Alaska. Little thing I call between two oceans. But yes, once I see the runway and get close to it, I'll go into my downwind and then we'll do a left base and then do final. And this is the final destination airport of the day. Lima Kilo Mike jumped in for a short period of time. Thank you for jumping in, Lima Kilo Mike, even if it is just for a minute. I appreciate it. All right, so there's the airport. Beautiful view. It really is a beautiful view. Yeah, this is the final destination. Yeah. PAKO is the final destination for today. And then tomorrow we'll start here and we'll end up, I can't remember the name of the island that we'll end up at tomorrow, but we'll actually fly the Unalaska, I think is the name of the part of the island we'll be at. It's going to be beautiful tomorrow. Yeah, I saw that he's in Alaska. You just buttered the X Cub. Nice, Ace of Twigs. Good job buttering the X Cub. Sorry, I got really low. I was trying to keep a pattern altitude of 1,000, but I got way too low. So now let me do my crosswind here. It's called Cold Bay. Thank you. All right, I'm going to turn left base here in just a minute. Yeah, but Shelly, it looks like a short one. All right, left base. And then short final. I think this is going to be a short final. I didn't fly out quite as far. Flaps on. There we go. It wasn't really short final. This is about right. I thought I was closer than what I am. That's okay. I am really low though, really low. Is this even paved? Yeah, it looks like it is paved. What does it matter to me if it's paved or not, though, in a KitFox? There we go. That was a nice landing right there. Excuse me. I'll take that landing. That was pretty sweet. Thank you for that. I know, right, Deathcrow? We're gonna overload the airport. They've never seen this much traffic. Let me get off the runway before I get run over. I'll taxi down to the end and line up. There we go. Line up alongside you guys. And let's get a, let me get a group shot of everybody. There we go. Yeah, it is a nice little airfield. It really is. Let me get out my drone camera here and get some pictures here. Wow. Did it again. Sheesh. So yeah, we will be starting at this airfield tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. That is 1200 Zulu time, so noontime Zulu. Let's speed up my drone a little bit. There we go. Oh, I didn't realize there was a parking area right there. Sheesh. I stopped way short. Sorry, everybody. All right, let's watch everyone land really quick. Stick with me. Yeah. I'm gonna watch the landings. I normally don't do this part, but since I've since I have sped the drone up, let's watch some landings. Here comes Ori. Very nice butter right there, Ori. Good job. Good job. Here comes Disco Stew. No, that's Frick Break. Frick Break. Let's see how we do with the 748. See what this landing is going to look like. No worries about that light tower there. And Disco Stew coming in. Yeah, I think everybody just died too. Yep. No pressure, Disco Stew. Flaps down. You'll park down by the pub. I'm sorry, I got drone too fast. It's hard to keep up. Wow, good landing, good landing. I want to get a shot this direction, then get a shot into the sunrise as well. Oh, here comes Rods. Sorry, Rods. I didn't even notice you were still in the air. Saved the planes, but killed all the residents, right? Here comes Ace. Nice. Very nice landing, Ace. All right. Now. Get a nice screenshot with the sunrise in the background. Then get one a little bit lower. And let me spin it around really quick. Oh no, I think my raid target went offline. Hang on a minute, I'll check and see. Oh yeah, I guarantee you this airport has never seen this much traffic. I'm trying to get it where we can see everyone's usernames, or the majority of them, and actually be able to read them, but man, it's tough. Okay, you know what? We're gonna call it done. Thank you, everybody. Drone return, see if it breaks my plane. It did not. Awesome. All right, so let's, it really was fun. Thank you, Ace and Twigs, for flying along, and Death Crow. Everybody else, yes, thank you. Yeah, please, please, please. Can I see your open shield? Those are, I bet I can't. Shark Boy Sunny, thank you so much for the follow. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time, 12 noon Zulu time. Fly what you want to, fly how you want to. I love the group flights. Thank you everybody for flying along. For those of you that couldn't fly along and you just hung out in chat, thank you as well. I appreciate it a lot. Let's see who we're gonna raid. Yeah, we'll raid Frosty Nut. Frosty still is live. Frosty Nut, if I'm not mistaken, is a new streamer. Yeah, Frosty Nut, looks like Frosty Nut's a new streamer. He came in my channel the other day and hung out for a while, flew along with us as well. An Australian streamer. So let's show him some love. It was a lot of fun. Thank you everybody for flying along. So for raid messages, if you are a sub, this is your message. If you're not a sub of the channel, that's perfectly fine. Subscriptions are always appreciated, never expected. This is your raid message. Be sure to copy and paste these over on their channel once we get there. So Sharp Boy Sunny, thank you for the follow. Rods TTV, thank you for the follow. Udesh, thank you for the follow. Also Tudonarso with a resub. Mr. Laugh a Lot, thank you for the follow. Tam the OG with a resub. Swan with a resub, a prime resub also. Zero Tadpole, thank you for the follow. North Lodge, thank you for the resub. Dave Rendon, thank you for the resub. Also, the Boss Baby, Death Crow, Ozen Baron, thank you for the follow. Also, 2K, thank you for being here. I'll be back tomorrow. Disco Stu, thank you for the 200 biddies. 2K, I'll be here tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern, 12 noon Zulu. Thank you so much. It's been a ton of fun, seriously. So once we get over there to Frosty Nuts channel, throw him some love, post that message. See y'all tomorrow. Let's get the raid started. Have a great day. I wish you happy flying, even happier landings, and a nice tailwind with no turbulence. See you soon, everybody. Take care.